the big corporate story today has been what the Canara Bank board has decided, what they have done with CanFin. Just to revisit, and if you're joining us right now, Canara Bank had a board meet today, and in that meet, they have gone ahead and decided not to divest CanFin stake sale that they were planning earlier. This is because of the valuation. Let's get some more perspective from this. Rakesh Sharma, MD and CEO at Canara Bank, is now joining us on the phone line. This is an exclusive interview that we are getting at this point of time. Rakesh, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Always a pleasure talking to you. Could you first tell us what the board has decided, and then we can go into the details?
No, thank you very much. In fact, the price negotiation committee has decided, because we have decided to call off the current process since the price bid did not match our expectations. So maybe now we have cancelled the process. That is the issue.
You have cancelled the sale process of CanFin Homes, the 30% stake that you were looking to sell.
Yeah, right.
Can you tell us what does this mean? Does this mean it is permanently cancelled off, or you'll take out a fresh bid or a fresh offer from new players going ahead?
No, for the time being, it is the process has been cancelled. Now the board will take a view whether next year we have to go for it or not. So that board will decide. But presently, the current process has been called off.
Tell us what went wrong. You just told us about the valuations. Can you tell us about the bidders?
Nothing went wrong, in fact. So whatever the bid was received, basically the bid valuation which we were expecting, it was below that. So that's why we thought that it is not proper. So nothing went wrong, actually. So it was
can you tell us the difference between what
match our expectations? That price, of course, it will not be possible for me to disclose that what was our expectation and what was the price bid. But it was not up to the level which we were expecting.
I can understand that you cannot tell us about the exact pricing detail, but can you just tell us what was the differentiation? If you were expecting X, what was being offered? 10% lower, 15% lower?
No, that instead it will not be possible. But yes, because when we are passing off the entire 30% stake, so we were expecting some the control premium also. So based on that, we had worked out certain valuations. So it did not work up to our expectations. So that's why we have decided to call off this process.
Right. Sir, in terms of valuations, if you cannot disclose us, can you just tell us what was the sort of, bidding that you got? How many players were interested? What was the sort of, response that you got to this entire offer when it was available?
No, initially, of course, when this offers were called, we got 7 bids, then final bids were there, so finally 2 bids were there. But in the end, basically one bearing was there. So one bid was there finally, which was eligible.
Right. So can you just tell us, you said that next time around the board may consider whether they want to sell this in the next year or not. In the near term, there is nothing planned, or is it just because of in this financial year it could not reach an agreement, so you have postponed it?
No, basically that, as you all of know, this CanFin Home, the company is doing well. In fact, their financials, their business model is very good. 90% of their business is for direct housing loans. And their NPAs also, the gross NPA is only 0.46 and net 0.25. The company is doing well. And we further want to strengthen it. Then at the appropriate time, we will take a view. And then board will decide, when we should go for it, or whether, we should do it after some time, or we should, postpone the process for at least 1 year. So the board will take a view.
Right. So as you said that the company is doing well, can you tell us then why you were looking to sell? Probably you would need some capital at Canara Bank. That's why you were doing so. What happens to that?
So basically we wanted to monetize this asset, but at the same time we were not desperate also. Like as you know, our capital adequacy as on 31st December, it was 12.49%. And even, our CET1 was also 8.75, Tier 1 9.57. So, okay, we wanted to monetize it, but at the same time, we were not desperate that, we should sell it below our, expected value. So now again, the government has given us capital of 4,865 crore. We have already got it. So the capital adequacy will be okay. So that's why, based on various parameters, how this capital adequacy works out on 31st March, what will be our growth plan, whether we really need to monetize this asset, what value. So that we will take a view at the appropriate time. So as of now, I will not be able to comment about it.
Right. Sir, but can you just talk to us about Canfin business? You were saying that that business is doing well. So when you were looking to sell it, since then to now, it continues to grow into double digit. What is the plan over there?
No, that of course, the Canfin growth and the financial parameter, broadly I have given you the data, but of course the details will be provided, can be provided by our MD of Canfin Homes, because neither I am on the board nor, I am directly associated with this, but of course since it's our subsidiary, the broad parameters I have, but of course the business model continues to be like that only, and mainly they are in direct housing loan salary, and which is around 90%. So that way I think the business model being adopted by them is quite good.
So thank you so much, sir, for taking out time for us and explaining why this deal or this offer that you had opened up could not grow through. That was the MD and CEO at Canara Bank very clearly saying there was a valuation difference. Of course, they cannot give the details of valuations at this point of time, but they are very clear that board was expecting a premium than what they had offered. And that's why from the 7 bidders, they went to the one bidder, which was Barings that they mentioned. And then essentially they could not complete this particular deal. Talking about the capital at the bank, they feel that they are comfortable. They have recently got some 4,000 crores plus from the government as well, and that's why they seem to be on a good note, or they are not in a hurry at this point of time. So that's the big exclusive interview that you can see right now. It's of course the biggest story of the day today, at least on the corporate side, and now you get directly a word coming in from the MD and CEO who says that there was a valuation difference. The difference cannot be quantified by them in public, but they are saying that they were expecting a premium, which of course did not come through, and that's the reason why they did not go ahead with the stake sale. At this point of time, there is no reason for them to consider a stake sale, and that's why next year, anytime soon, the board may decide whether a stake sale needs to be done or not. Right now, there are no such plans.